There's so many times where I watch videos with the sound off, so this is super.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, I'm going to cut it on the podcast. This will be on the... I'm sure it'll be on the MP3. I mean, you know, YouTube... Oh, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Morning! Morning! Okay, I think this is probably where it'll start. This is going to be my second podcast. From now on, I'm going to be downloading the audio and then turning it into a podcast by removing all the dead zones. But I'm going to explain that 1,000 times during this next live. Alrighty, let's go live. Let's go live. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Always say top gifter. Danny gets a video shout out. Video shout out. Encourages people to give me cash money. Cash money. A lot of people give me gifts and they don't even know it's money. They think they're just paying money to buy little things that fall from the sky. It's pretty sweet of them. Whoa, 26,000 people online. This could be some kind of a record starting now. Woohoo! Welcome to the Garth Podcast. I'm going to say that a lot regularly, so that if you're listening to this in the podcast format, you're like, oh. The whole idea is that most of my lives I end up saying something insightful or profound that I want to record. For 20 years now I've been saying profound things, and people are like, you should be recording this. I am recording it now. Good morning. Sup, people? Dee-dee-dee-dee. Morning, morning. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I probably should have. There won't be a blank spot. Regina, good morning. Regina, Regenerator. Sup. Good morning. Good morning. Sup, Ryan. Sup, Ryan. Good morning to you, dude. So, Brian, the audio from this live stream, I take it and then I put it through a thing that gets rid of all the blank spots. Alpha King! That's a cool person I'd like to speak to. I was about to tell some random stranger my story. Alpha King, I'll tell you my story. Brian, you must listen as well. So, Alpha King, basically, I'm amazing, dude. So, like, listen to this, okay? So, you know Anchor. Anchor's an app that lets you basically make podcasts. You can upload your audio to Anchor, and it will auto-distribute it to 10 podcast platforms. Amazon, Apple, there's a whole bunch of them. Podzone, there's a whole bunch of stuff, basically. And so, Alpha King, I use Omlet Arcade to stream this on YouTube. Afterwards, I pull the MP3 from the YouTube. I then put it through Audiolab. Listen to this. Through Audiolab. Audiolab removes all the silent spots. So it's just one thought stream. So when you listen to it, it's just me talking with a thought stream. And obviously responding to people. And it turns it into a podcast. Literally, you could listen to it. It's a thought stream. And it synchronizes, basically, while you're listening to it. And I just uploaded my first one. And I used your art as my official podcast art. The same picture I've got in my profile now. Oh, thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Alpha Cat, sup, man? Sup, man? I'm just explaining to Alpha King that I just uploaded my first podcast. And it's legit, Alpha King. So, Alpha King, if you did the same format, it would work. It'll basically just be you talking. Basically, and it worked. The thing where it cuts out the blank spots is the biggest thing. And my wife told me about that like a week ago. So, Audiolab is the best, but there are other ones that do it as well. It's like a 4.7, because that Audiolab allows you to trim the audio, so you can take out the beginning part of your live stream. You can remove noise. You can compress it from a WAV file to MP3, all free basically. And then Anchor is the app you want, because they'll. Sup, Stefano! Sup, dude! Just talking about my podcast, dude. Uploaded my first podcast a few seconds ago. Stefano. Yeah. And so all my TikTok live streams are going to be turned into podcasts. So this will be my second podcast. You will be listening to me talk about my podcast in my second podcast. And then I'm going to have like 10 per season. And then I'm probably going to theme stuff later. At first I want to just do thought streams, whatever's coming to my mind, whatever people bring up. People ask the same questions every day. So now I can give cool answers to them and they'll be part of a podcast. I'll be like, interesting question, James, whatever, Funny you should ask that. I've been asked that question 436 times in the last year, and I have some really good answers for you. These are the highlights from the best answers from those questions, basically, and that'll be the podcast concept. Luke. Sup, Luke? As in the person who asked for weird faces was someone else, and then I just started to greet Luke. Sup, Luke? How you doing, bro? Yeah, the faces is the crux of my operation. It's how you get attention. Initially, people are like, wow, you actually make sense as well. It's that sandwich between faces and profound insights. If you want, you can. You see, if you want, you can. Oh, did I get it right? Haha! That was an accident. See, I didn't want. I just did it. Weird how it works, So everybody is here. Welcome to my live stream. As I've been talking about since the beginning of my live stream, this is getting turned into a podcast. So my thought stream with your questions, with all the blank spots removed, is a podcast. Yo, Goth, which country are you in? Currently, I'm in Cape Town. This is a podcast from sunny Cape Town, South Africa. Sup, Patrick? Anthony, welcome. Good morning. So all my live streams won't be longer than an hour from now. An hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes max. And then I stop to pull the MP3. So it won't be long live streams. Which is also fine. I think I've been going too long anyway, so an hour, 10, 20 minutes is good. And then the idea is to get back into another one. Try to do four podcasts a day. And then definitely in the future, I'll probably turn into, choose themes. Like, today we're going to be discussing the integration of... And then when people ask me how I'm doing, I'll be like, it's got nothing to do with the integration of... Otherwise, I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday morning. I think it's Sunday most of the world now. Although, still California, I still can't quite calibrate. Is it 8 hours away from me? Ah, nice one, dude. You also live in South Africa. Great. Exactly, Anthony, you legend. So for my podcast purpose, I'm going to repeat what you just said. Anthony was just pointing out that it's really nice that I've got a low amount of people watching me on my live stream, because then you can actually interact with me. That's what I say. But although the weird thing is I've gone to people with 20,000 followers and they'll have 1,000 people in their live. And I've got 27,000 people active right now that are following me, and 9 people. But I'm so happy with that. Like literally, 9 is thriving. 20 can get a bit much. And then when it gets to the 40s and the 50s, then it's just, so if you want to talk to me, give me money. Which is, it's impersonal. I'm not about that. Okay, it's a win-win, basically. Either I'm talking to you or I'm making money. Although with the 9, 10, it averages the right amount of income. Anymore, and I'm just being greedy. If I want more money, I need to diversify. Like create a podcast, which reminds me, this is the second podcast. I wonder what it sounds like. Yeah, actually, you must actually go listen to it. It actually sounds pretty cool. Like, I'll listen to me. My tone is quite nice. And I'm a nice guy. At least I project that. Yo, G-Baby, sup? When the feed is rolling fast, it's just for... Exactly, but there's nothing wrong with a money grab. I mean, what is... You know what I mean? It is. When things are going fast, it's a money grab. I mean, that's great. I mean, I'd love the idea. Oh, I need some money. Let me go on live. All these people want to talk to me because they think I'm something, and then they just throw money at you. Like, ding, ka-ching, ka-ching. Okay, $100, I'm done. I've had enough for you people. It's hilarious. But from the point of view of the host, not... People are like, I want him to acknowledge me. I went onto a Crow's brother, Gilmer's thing, and it's just like, like messages, and then... Or Amanda Kern. She was hardcore. Or was it CERN? I'm not concerned. I don't know if it's Amanda Kern or CERN. It's a hydro collider. In Swiss Alps somewhere. Do you act? Yes, I do. Definitely. Yeah, absolutely. The gifts that happened, the falling. I was talking about that as I started my live, not to you people, but to myself, because I knew it was going to be part of the podcast. And I was just explaining that when the images fall down as pictures, that's money, that's dollars. And then I was saying that it's quite weird. Some people give me money and they don't even know that I'm getting cash. They think they're just sending me little horsies and Mexicans on scooters and stuff. Meantime, it's actually dollars. and I'm in South Africa. So yeah, it's actual cash money. Yeah, thank you. No, it's a South African accent. Yeah, it's like a melted colonizer's accent. Like it melted. It wasn't English. It wasn't Rhodesia, which is where I was born, which is now Zimbabwe, and then off to South Africa. It's my family's colonizing journey. So I still got a bit of that accent. Like melted down the side of a candlestick holder. If you know what I'm saying. And so yeah, Anthony, and yourself. Doo-doo. Yeah, I don't know if in Italian. No Italian. No Italian. Only French and Dutch and English. Yeah, it's actually quite strange. Are there any? Did a lot of Italians come to South Africa? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, we've got pizzas, so they must have. No, it's not that simple, Garth. Oh, we mean ravioli then. We got ravioli then. They must be here. Megamind, sup? Oh, okay, cool. I was actually wondering now, Stefan. I was like, must be some Italian somewhere. I don't have an Afrikaans accent. I don't even speak Afrikaans. Like I can't. Like I'm bad at it. I grew up here and I had to pass it, but I'm so bad at it. Ek is baie swak. My Afrikaans is nie goed nie. Definitely don't have an Afrikaans, but maybe just a general South African, a bit of Afrikaans melted into it. Oh, Canada, no ways. You definitely have an accent. Oh, Canada's got a cool accent. It's like you could listen to you naturally. Like you would, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but American TV, not American accents, but American TV and Canadian. Like it'll take me a bit to catch on. Oh, it's Canadian. Oh, I thought I was watching a movie. That kind of thing. It's like a Canadian person walks around their house just talking, and it's like, okay, this is a documentary. Yeah. It's relaxed and chill, and like... Okay, Leanne. Okay, no ways. What's Afrikaans? Afrikaans is a language. Afrikaans is, it's a South African language, developed basically from like a Dutch dialect. But also a bit of French. A lot of languages woven into it, but it's basically Dutch. Like, as ek Afrikaans gepraat, the Germans and the Dutch people be like, hey, you just said, as I speak Afrikaans, or something. As ek. Syrup's pretty valuable. Yeah, if you're going to throw it out, I'll take it from you. Canadians are cool like it. And Canadians produce the best comedians, It's one thing the whole world has to thank Canada for. Comedians. What's a guy? Trudeau. What's his name? Somebody Trudeau. He speaks on behalf of your whole country. Hilarious. And the Jim Carrey guy. Haha, brilliant. Trudeau. Hilarious guy. I love why is his hair naturally permed, or does he do that for extra giggles? Rats rules. I'm not sure what that's in connection to. But I agree. It's a can-do yes attitude. In drama, when I studied drama, we learned that basically for improv, you must just say yes. Never say no, or isn't, or don't, or shouldn't, or Go, absolutely. Is this your suitcase? It is my suitcase. Thank you for bringing it to me. I will take my suitcase and put it on a shelf. No, you better put it on the shelf. I will put it. Yeah, basically, you have to open up the possibilities with improv. Syrup, and most people say syrup. Oh, that's so good. Syrup, and then you guys say syrup. It's quite funny because Eminem, syrup, stirrup. Eminem rhymed with, pretty cool, how Eminem rhymed with orange. Orange, syringe. It's legit. You could have been in junior school in the 80s and they said nothing rhymes with orange and you go syringe. You're stupid. Why am I in this indoctrinated school system? This is dumb. 5 years from now, none of this means anything. Why are my textbooks 20 years old? Just saying, just saying school in the 80s was school in the 80s, I guess. Yo, hello! 815, sup, dude? It is currently, it's a good point. It's currently 1 minute to 10, and I must keep track of the time. These lives aren't supposed to go longer than an hour now. Trudeau, he's hilarious. Trudeau isn't the best. He makes a lot of false promises. He isn't the best leader. Oh, I thought he was a comedian. Leader? I thought he was a stand-up comic. Canada makes leaders. That's weird. I thought they just make comedians and syrup and good weed. That's sorry. I was actually trying to do a joke there. I was trying to make it like he's a stand-up comedian, you know, and then you'll get your equal right. You get equal pay. And everyone's like, haha, it's so funny. No, you won't. Too many special interest groups. Nothing will ever be fair. Nothing will ever be absolutely equal. Do you have any religious? Do you have any religion? Still curious. Oh, rad! What a cool question. So a lot of my lives are going to go there. So in my podcast is titled "I'm a Stand-Up Philosopher," and it's pretty much yes. That's my comedy is just a way. It's like a capstone. It prevents me from just going straight to the philosophy and chewing on the good meat. So yeah, I'm definitely. So I'm not religious. I'm gonna talk for days now about the word religion. You know. So yeah, no, I'm definitely all of the above. I'm a keen student of the philosophies, of the magic, the magi. The great religions are just magic. It's the magic alchemy of self. The alchemy of self, yes. Say alchemy of self again. It's good for the podcast. Do you remember me? Yo, Marcus, absolutely. How you doing, dude? That's so true. And you could smell them all. Dude, can I use it, Anthony? Canadian? I must actually employ Canadians to say truth, and then I just that's funny. Like, this book's 25 years old. Wait, no, 30 years old. I can smell the mold. You know? It's true, man. The actual mold was probably evolving quicker than we were, because smaller subatomic realms evolve quicker. So the mold in my textbook is probably inventing sub light space travel and stuff. And anti-gravity technology in my science books, in the mold, on a microscopic level. Remember, like in The Grinch, stuff happens slower in a snowflake. It's true that quarks are galaxies on a subatomic level. They pop into existence exactly like a galaxy would. Caitlin! Yay! What's up, Caitlin? I'm so glad you're here. Because you know, Caitlin, from now on, all this audio is now a podcast. So you can hear yourself in my podcast, probably nearly every podcast from now on. First one went up, but you know about that, I'm sure, Caitlin. You would know because I put it in the Discord. Wolfie, sup, dude? I'm amazing, man. I just put up my first podcast, and it's already on Spotify because you put it up onto Anchor and then it distributes it for you. Titan, sup, dude? I'm so good today. And yourself? How are you doing? And also, Wolf, I did ask. I don't know, but how are you? One time swag. I mean, squabber block glog. Pleasure, man. Yeah, Titan, I do remember you. So I always want to pronounce your name Ethan. I don't know why. And then it's Ethan. Oh, Nathan. And then I'm looking for the E. I don't know why. Anyway, my brain's weird. My brain works funny. But yeah, definitely, Titan. I'm going on a TikTok. Rad, Wolf. Oh, Rad, did you make your 100? Did you make your 1,000, dude? What's happening here, Wolf? Let's check you out. Oh, man, I'm trying to check your numbers. Show me his numbers. Yay, well done, bro. Respect, dude. Nice. And then how did you get your last followers? Can I name 10 countries? Of course I can. Name a continent, I'll name the countries. I'll name 10 countries on any continent. I'm like highly intelligent and humble about it. No. It's really easy to name 10 countries. I mean, every day I put TikTok, Brazil, Russia, Canada, England, UK, New Zealand. All the countries that basically my top views come from. Anyway. If people discredit you, please ignore them. They just said they're not famous. Absolute discredit. How can you discredit me? Discredit. Goth. What does Goth do? You know, like, what are they going to say? Who's going to judge me? The people that are part of the same kind of judgment. You know what I mean? It's all self at the end of the day. Humans, I don't need humans anymore. Humans are just part of the energy field. They're not really a thing. Neither am I. It's the middle ground. It's where we all meet. It's where the color, sound, and light hue spectrums find balance. People who are saying negative things and the people who are believing it. Yeah, they could become tomorrow's free-floating DNA, you know. My name is Nazer. Sup, Nazer? How you doing? 1.5 month. Oh, nice, dude. Nice one, Wolf. Well done. In Africa, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Egypt, Mali, Zambia, Congo. I can say Congo twice. How cool is that? Because there's 2 Congos here. Mozambique, Zanzibar, Morocco. I said Morocco. I said Chad and said Chad. I think I've passed 10 by now. That's so cool. The Batman Cup. My Batman Cup. Krieg, how you doing, bro? It's been forever, right? What's up, Krieg? It's at my wife's work. I gave it to her when she started her new job. I'm sorry. Where in South Africa? Who was that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's... There's 22 people here at the moment. I'm not sure who's from where. That's one thing I would love to see. They'll tell us where the people are watching from. So if you're here, guys, this is a live stream. I only do 1 hour live streams now, and then they all being created, turned into podcasts. So this is a podcast. And I remove all the blank spots, so it's one long thought stream. And the whole idea is that every live I do, someone asks me a question that I end up answering in the most profound way. Though even I'm like, what the heck did I just say? Because I don't think before I talk, I just free flow. It's a thing I do where I talk with a collective singularity. So it'll synchronize naturally. So if you listen to the podcast, it'll synchronize with your world. And right now, whatever you're doing, it'll synchronize with your own thought stream. So I don't know what I'm saying until it's said. I guess there's no observer. It needs an observer. Quantum mechanics needs an observer. If I'm not observing myself, I don't end up warping the metaphor. Anyway, sup in Canada. Hello. Nice water. Hearts water, sorry. Cool. Hello, man. I just need to tell you God loves you. Thank you, bro. One time. I know. Sup, Darren. I appreciate it, though. I'm trying to act all cool. Like I'm a cool dude. Darren's like, God loves you. I'm like, yeah, I know. So, meantime, I'm like, really? Me? But what have I done? I did nothing to deserve the Lord's love. Well, you're kind of a work in progress. You kind of like, has a soft spot for you because you're kind of pathetic. Oh, guys. Probably. I guess I'll take it. I'll take what I get. Aren't you the guy who could do the Jim Carrey smile? Yeah. I am the guy. I'm the Jim Carrey guy. Sup, Brody? How you doing, man? Did I enjoy visiting Kimberley? I don't know. Did you, Titan? I think you did. There's a giant hole in Kimberley. It's a worldwide, like it's some sort of record, isn't it? Not the biggest hole. Are you bae? As in like bae, like as in BAE, like your girlfriend or your love interest. Is that what bae means? Sing, chug with you. What? Jeez, weirdos. I love it. Garth is life. Amen. It's like Shrek. Dude, your life is growing. Oh, it's cool, and I appreciate that, but that really doesn't mean anything. The number of people at the top here, it'll fluctuate up and down, do its thing. It doesn't, as long as there's 9 people, and I'm getting a podcast out of my live stream, and then if you average the hours, I get enough gifts to make a living from this. Like I'm lazy and I don't like to care. So I've created a situation where I can just be, al natural, not all desperate. Soaked in desperation, as Jim Carrey said. Just little tetrahedrons soaked in desperation. South Africa. Yo, Titan. What do you mean, me and you? Dude. I misunderstood you now. Yeah, no, I've had lots of viewers. This week I've had to go up to as high as 80 people. No, 65 people. I exaggerated because I wanted to be a little bit cooler than I am. So we do that. Other humans do that? There's like a detail and you just up it slightly. So just slightly, even so when you retell the story, you're not boring to yourself. I like to catch myself and embarrass myself and say, listen, I was about to do that because my ego wanted the approval of an illusionary world. Now I'm like, no, don't. Yo, sup? Gimme! Least funny person on the app. Not the least funny person on the app. No, you clearly haven't been on the app very long. You've got to find at least what you see. Now I know you're being ridiculous because you just said such an exaggerated statement. I'm the least funny person on the app. Knock knock. Who's there? Orange who? Orange, you glad I didn't say bananas. Boom. I'm trying to laugh at that. It's freaking A1 class comedy, bro. An authoritarian walks into a bar and orders everyone around. Boom. Humor. Haha. Shame. Do you do that a lot? Like, grossly misdiagnosed stuff. Yeah, there we... Haha. Thanks, Caitlin. Yay, Steve! Harrison just said he legit forgot I was on the app. Cool, Les. That's like when you find, like, you know, some icing from a cake on the floor, and you're like, rad. Floor icing. Tasty. Oh, hairy and tasty. Focus on the sweetness, not the little microfibers in your teeth. Exactly, Caitlin. But also the person wasn't really talking about me. Because no one's the least funny person on the app. Like, if I try and actually, we voted, the whole of TikTok voted for the least funny person. Like, none of us would agree. Like, and we wouldn't really... And then the fact that everybody finds somebody not funny is hilarious to our small group of people. They'll think that's the funniest human on the planet because the whole group thinks that person's not funny. You can't win with me. You can't win. And then inside I'm giggling my butt off because I know that I'm literally talking to myself. And it's all just going to come back in an abstract metaphor that I won't understand. But I understand it because I spent 20 years on a vision quest. Other people are like, what? I thought life's random. No, it's directly you. Directly, it's in your mouth, out your thing, back to you. Out your eyes, straight back out your ears, through your mouth, back to you. Just shattered into pieces. That's what the Gilgamesh story is a metaphor for. The two brothers, and the one's in pieces and the other one isn't. It's a metaphor about self. How your external world is you in pieces. An 8th-dimensional... Anyway, talk about that in another live. I'll talk about that in another one of my podcasts. You scare me so... No offense. Oh, but it's not offensive, but how do I scare you? Like, I'm super sus. Because I program the Matrix as the Merovingian's telling me that I can't. I'm busy programming him, changing the color of his tie, and Merovingian's like, what? Can't do that. Why? Or is it just the weird faces? Oh, you're going to finish that croissant. No, you can have it, good sir. That's so funny. Do you hear about Joe Biden saying... No, I didn't. But I want to do a Joe Biden video falling upstairs. I want to fall upstairs. I think I could do it really well. Cheese? I wasn't being nice. Oh, Steve, I wasn't being nice. I meant you just because you're irrelevant. Well, no, relevant is a relative term, right? So I'm relevant to somebody, Steve. Just your unique little world that isn't even real. It doesn't really mean anything. Stevie, why are you being this way to yourself, Steven? You know what's relevant, Steven? Whatever I say is relevant. Because it'll grow, because wherever your attention goes, it grows. Steven. Anyway. Steven's like, he's right, but oh man, I wanted to get him for being not funny. But he's right about truth. You know, and truth is funny when you release it. When you no longer hold on to falseness. That's laughter. Ha ha ha. We're all just ignorance walking around. Not me, everyone else is ignorance walking around. And when they laugh, it's the ignorance being dispelled. Maybe Steven's enlightened, he's got nothing to laugh about. And then all you do is laugh. It's non-stop. It's laugh. You laugh at life. You laugh at the universe trying to mimic you because it can't. And it's trying really hard to mimic you. To gaslight you into believing in it. So these pictures I've collected over the last 20 years. I've collected all these photos. All these amazing photos. Photo studios that I've worked at. Sorry, Stefano. I'll slow things down. Yo, Trent. What's up, dude? Yo, hey, Steven, no, I can do anything for you. You're a loser who tried to hate on me. Why would I do anything for you, Steven? Yeah, the Merovingian king. Someone with the Merovingian from the Matrix. Who is technically a Neo from another round of the Matrix. They all are. Trinity. Every character is another Neo. It's a reflection of Neo's process and what he facilitates. He's a gatekeeper, he's the key maker, he's the one that does the changing through his perception. He's the Trinity process, where the past, future, and present regroup to make a new present. Why you get so much hate? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I think it's because I'm breaking out of my mold. So, like, you have destiny or projected reality that you're supposed to encounter. If you break that and run away and make your own realities, then the system goes quack quack at you, like ducks. I'm basically breaking formation. There we go. I'm breaking cultural formation. See, that's why I'm turning this into a podcast. Breaking cultural formation. This is great because these are where the best ideas come from in these live streams. You are funny. Oh, thank you, Soul Rose. I love you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. There, it's a fact, people. And Soul Rose is like my top gifter. So if she says I'm funny, conversation's over. I'm funny. Those of you who don't get a vote. Unless you like me, and then you can have 2 votes. But if you don't like me, you don't get a vote. Just like when Biden was voted in as president. Controversial. Not really. I didn't mean that. I'm a comedian. I can say things like that. Are we in a simulation reality? Yes, we are in a simulation reality. That's a beautiful question. I wish I could answer it. I've already got 5 minutes left of this live stream. Yo, Pierce, tell you more. Okay, I think it'll happen naturally. Yo, Mason, sup, dude? So, moderators, only 10 positions, and it's the people that have been around the longest. I've been live streaming for a year. And so, yeah, that or a Ferris wheel. I'm willing to sell my loyalty to people. Yo, trans! Oh, Steve, that's great. Okay, so if I give a shout out to your friend, then you'll find me funny. All right, Steve, we're going to trade. Nice one, Caitlin. That was brilliant, Caitlin. That was brilliant. Anyway, Steve, who must I shout out again? Please speak into my good ear. Oh, sorry, my deaf ear over here doesn't work so nicely. Yeah, that was great.
That's funny.
That was funny. That's a great way to...
I didn't say what happened, but I know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice one, Caitlin. That's actually good. That's a good question, and that's a good statement, actually. Yeah, a person who's going to ask what mods, but they don't know that until they ask. But it's true. If you ask, you're not going to be a mod. Because mods are a certain people. But then some people might say, listen, I'll give you a carrot. I'll give you a thingy. Denny. Doo. It'll be hilarious, Stephen. Stephen, literally, look at me. Where are you? There's the camera. Which side is it on? I dare you. It's a straight up challenge. I dare you to do it, and you're challenged, and whatever it takes to get your ego all flared up and do it. I triple dare you. Literally a figment of my imagination, Stephen. And good luck, by the way, Stephen. Good luck. Because you're going to be you're going to get anti-Matt luck, is what I'm saying. The second you think against me, things just don't unfold nicely. They unfold different. Like, oh man, that didn't sync with that and that. So knock yourself out, Stephen. Oh, that's hilarious. That's really funny. Nick! Thank you. And why didn't I get to see those? Thank you so much for that. Shot. German, but not. That's so funny. I think it's the Germans are intelligent. And it's precise. They have ears. Cool. Okay, I'm going to go now, basically, guys. It's time for this live stream to end. I'm turning this into a podcast, and I can't do this too long. And I want to come back and do another one. So I'm going to pretty much log off now. And have a super rad rest of your day, everybody. And I hope you guys, if you're listening to this on the podcast format, I hope you enjoyed the live stream thought process. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my Instagram. And like, share, and follow. And I don't know, what else is there to say? That's about it. Caitlin, so you in arguments to meet people, get a life. That's so funny. So Trends was like, the only way you can win an argument is to mute people. She wasn't arguing with anybody. And why would we, humor everybody? Imagine humoring everybody. Like everybody, like, it's just not. So shoes don't have laces. And you got to go humor that. Go, actually, shoes do have laces. And then you've gone a whole long journey with that person. I just mute them on the spot. I was not going to go and have a conversation that I know the answer to. It's not really arguments. This is a live stream. We dictate the tone of the live stream, what the topics are about. And if people try and hijack it with their nonsense, then your amazing mod, Caitlin, comes in and just destroys them. It's the funnest, coolest thing. 90% of the time, I don't even have to say anything. That's how good she is. And don't you dare try and poach her from me. I will pay her in the future. In fact, Tuesday, I'm going to go on a quest to get some crystals for Caitlin. Okay, I'm pretty much out of here. And with Caitlin muting another person. Caitlin, thank you so much. And I'll be back probably in 20 minutes for another one of these. Otherwise, arrivederci, sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, tot ziens. Bye. And again, Caitlin, thank you. See you just now. Whoops.